The fallen leaves tell a story.
So I quite obviously like the game, but as any actual critic would be able to do, I should be able to find good and bad parts to any video game and then balance them out to determine whether or not it is actually worth playing. So I've done this for Elden Ring, and there are a couple of problems and they're pretty big. So FromSoft, I'm disappointed, and you gotta be warned here. Number one, this Godfrey boss fight, I think the boss should be ever so slightly paler because he blends in with the background, and the fight is already really difficult, so that's just completely unacceptable. How are we supposed to see him? How are we supposed to fight him, you know? And number two, how come is there only like 2 letters in the entire game I can actually read? Come on, when I open the video game, obviously I want to spend 3 hours reading text that someone is going to crunch down into a 15-minute video anyways. Okay, but seriously, the game is good, and as much as that last segment was satire, they did a good job at actually making it difficult for me to find issues that are worth mentioning. So, I'm going to start with the obvious strengths. Remember Godfrey from before? Well, this guy, who is a literal ghost, by the way, is probably the safest and most consistent main quest boss in the game, in the sense that from flying, throwing magical axes at you, turning the ground into stalagmites, and making you cry, he's pretty plain. And if that doesn't surprise you, it's probably because you haven't even beaten Margit yet, or played the game at all, actually. Now, I'm not saying this to throw any shame at the Godfrey boss battle. I genuinely loved it. I think it's one of the best main quest bosses in the game, but I'm saying it rather to appraise the effort FromSoft has put into every encounter this game presents you with, and there are a lot of them. Every corner of the map holds a secret, which can just be a simple talisman, but it can also be a hidden ability, a dungeon, or even whole areas. It's crazy to just think there are places in this game that the majority of players will miss on their first runs. And it's even crazier to think about how many I might have missed, and I don't know about. Now, I do consider myself a pretty thorough investigator in video games generally. However, it was only in my 4th playthrough I learned there was a sleeping dragon in the Lake of Rots. On my 5th playthrough I learned there was one in Siofor River Valley, and it was only on my 6th playthrough I learned you can actually beat them. Now, back to the underlying problem from this video. I need issues, and I need to either justify why those issues are correct, or justify why they're wrong. Now, where would I go if I was looking for a bunch of idiots trying to complain about a game? Blight is a fictional character. The new stutter mechanic is quite transformative. Baby's first Souls game. DS2 is for true gamers and higher level thinkers such as myself. Elden Ring. Game is extremely good. At first, the game is so bad. All in all, Elden Ring is an ambitious game that delivers through and through. If I were FromSoft, I would be very proud of the baby I created. It makes players such as myself beat it 7 times, and after my 7th attempt, I think it is finally time I call it quits on Elden Ring for now and go play some other games. Ha! Psych! Just one more playthrough. It's all I need. I swear. It's just one more playthrough and I'll be satisfied. I'm done after this. I promise. It's all I want.